Hey everybody, this is Charlie Smith, your host of Savannah Music Chit Chat. First and foremost, I want to say Happy New Year and give all the praise and glory to God. Sitting alongside of me today, I have a special guest in the house. My childhood friend, my music mentor, my brother, Ray Tomasino. How's it going, bro?
Doing good, Charlie. How you doing, man?
Man, such a blessing to see you, brother. It's awesome, man. What's been going on with you through the holidays? How was your Christmas?
Pretty good, man. Had all the kids over, did all the stuff we do, you know. Same old, but it's all cool. It's always good to look forward to. You get
Right
family
on,
and friends
man.
together. It's always great.
What about your New Year's, man? You ready? You got some things going on?
Well, probably about the same as last year. Just keep going.
I
We're
agree.
at that stage where it's not reinventing the wheel. Just let it roll a little while.
Right on. Right on, brother. Let's start this show off real quick. Before we go any further, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so and follow us on Rumble. Thank you. So, Ray, tell me a little bit about where it all started off with Medusa, man. I'm curious, brother.
Oh, gosh. Medusa was a long time ago, Van. Back in the 70s, we started out back out kind of like a garage band. And then we got the notion that we were really good and figured we'd take it on the road. And after starving for a few years, we realized it might be better off to try to play local or do something different. But we did. We had some good influences, and we did some good openings. I mean, Texas South had come around about that time downtown, and Leon Russell came through, and we did the openings for that. We did the openings for Danny Joe Brown when he left Molly Hatchet.
Oh, wow.
The Danny Joe Brown band, the first one that he started. And I mean, that was pretty cool.
Who were the members?
I don't know who was the members then. I do know my own bass player now, Ronnie Abel, who was with us in Bounty, or I was with them in Bounty Hunter, also was actually Danny's first bass player. He toured with those guys, so getting to open for him at Texas South was pretty cool, but they weren't with him then. I think they used studio musicians from that point.
I hear you. Well, what about moving on to Bounty Hunter? When did that come into play?
Bounty Hunter came when Medusa came off the road as a little lull with a couple of little bands that we played here and there. And then Bounty Hunter was searching for, you know, that third guitar and maybe a side keyboard player, 'cause I was doing little keys at the time. And Ronnie and Al Tootin and those guys and Jimmy had come up to see us play it. Actually, as funny as it may seem, the last of the other end when Brooks owned it. And we were the last band there with the band we had together called Hard Knocks. And they saw me in there, and they said, "Hey, man, let's try this." And I said, "Well, why not?" So there we go.
So, Ray, after Bounty Hunter, you formed a band called High Velocity, which to me personally is the best, by far, Southern rock band in this town. Tell me a little bit about it, brother.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
I actually was invited in that band. Reese Williams and Mike McDougal had actually started the band already, and they were having a hard time, you know, keeping it formed. They just, you know, couldn't seem to get a structure going. And at that point in time, I wasn't doing that, so they asked me to come in and give it a shot, and we did, and it just took off from there. I mean, it worked pretty good, and then members changed over the years, and things got, you know, directed into different directions. Actually, when we first started, we were actually trying to tackle the new country round, because at that time you had Travis Tritt and Hank Jr. and Montgomery Gentry, and those guys were doing a lot of Southern rock. So you almost was getting that transition by doing country. So we went into that and played a lot of the country clubs, and it worked out. And from that point, you know, that like all phases kind of faded out, and we went on into doing our own thing. Said, you know what, we've been playing long enough, doing, you know, what everybody else wants to hear, so let's do what we want to play. So that's
Right
what we
on,
did.
man. I tell you what, y'all still playing Docs?
Yeah, we
What
played
time?
last night, as a matter of fact.
Wow, that's cool. I tell you what, man, I'll never forget, I think it was 2016 when we had our first interview. Eddie and I went down there and watched you at Docs, and that was an incredible place, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's high energy, you know, small bar, but mighty crowd, man. I enjoyed that.
It's magic. For some reason, me and Ronnie were talking about that last night. It just seems to be home plate, you know, or home base, and it always feels comfortable. And even when the island's dead, it just seems to pack up in there. So it's always fun.
I hear you, buddy. Well, you got the New Year's coming this Sunday. You got any places you guys are playing over the weekend?
We're actually doing a private party, and that's where, a lot of the bands are going for New Year's and bigger events like that. But we're just going to keep it simple, just a lot of old friends and some few things together and just kind of keep it low key and stay off the roads.
I hear you. That's especially this time of year, man.
Yeah.
Being the new year and everything, man. Hopefully your New Year's wonderful, brother. I just wanted to tell you on my behalf, I wanted to thank you for actually kind of introducing me to music. I was like 8 years old, and I was at my granddaddy's house on the corner of 67th and Ranger. And
66.
You lived on 66th in Ranger. And I remember hearing some loud music, man. I asked my granddad if I could walk down there, and he said, go ahead. And I walked down to your house, and I'll never forget sitting outside that fence, looking at the front door and just banging my head, because I think y'all were playing Jumpin' Jack Flash or something like that back then. It might have been, or it was something, Leonard Skinner something. And I walked up to the door and knocked on the door, and you let me in that night. And I come in and sat down on the couch and watched you guys practice, and it was absolutely, and that's what started me to have that taste and that fever, that itch to get out and play. And after a few years later, then Mark kind of put me up under his wing, and I started playing music. But you were a real reason why I'm even doing what I'm doing today, bro, with music. So.
That. Yeah, we call that the hole.
That was the hole for sure.
It was a 12 by 12 bedroom that had full drums, full PA, bass, 2 guitars, and keyboards.
Yep. So what's going on for you your New Year, bro?
We're just doing what we do, man. Just gonna play everything by ear. I'm doing a lot of solo stuff myself during the week because, just to keep it rolling. And we've been pretty busy since we started the band. Most every weekend we're playing or going somewhere to play. So we just gonna go till we can't go no more, I reckon. That's pretty much the way we decided to do it. Nobody really, it's gotten to a point where we're all comfortable together. Nobody's griping or arguing about this, that, or the other. You don't have all this leaning in over your shoulder. What are you doing next and all this? It's just rolling. I mean, just wherever it goes, it goes. And so far, as long as the momentum keeps it going, we're going to keep going with it.
I hear you, brother. Well, another thing, your drummer is my buddy, too. He was actually another one of my mentors, Glenn Smith. Man, what's it like playing alongside Glenn, brother?
Glenn's phenomenal. I can't imagine playing without Glenn. Glenn is an awesome timekeeper.
Yeah.
He's one of the best friends I've ever had. He's just a good person all the way around, plus just a damn good musician.
He is, man.
Bottom line.
How about the same feeling for Ronnie?
Oh, man, me and Ronnie grew up together. When we got in Bounty Hunter, we were just kids coming off the road, just finally getting that feel of not being a garage band anymore and start doing stuff important that made sense and sounding real good and doing things, towards an actual musical career. And, gosh, we played together, I know, 40 years at least, and it's just been, that's another one. I can't imagine playing without Ronnie.
Ray, because of the pandemic in 20 and 21 was pretty rough for everybody. How has this 2022 season been for you?
It's been really pretty busy. We actually stayed fairly busy through the pandemic. A lot of private stuff instead of clubs, because people are moving to that genre now to where it's, they just as soon do it at home instead of worrying, fighting whatever the political situation may be, and I understand that. And but 2022 has been real busy for us, and we've been enjoying it. I mean, it's to be at this stage of the game and continuously working, that's a major blessing. That's just all it is to it. But I see your year's picked up, bro, 300-fold. What's going on with you?
Man, this new show, Savannah Music Chit Chat, it's really fun, man. I'm getting to have people like you on the show, Thomas Claxton, Mark Vaco. It's really just so much fun, man. And speaking of, I've got a roving reporter, Eddie Rocks, out there. You want to give us a report, Eddie?
A Tybee Christmas. That's what's happening right here at Tybee Post Theater. My name is Eddie Rocks, and I'm in for Charlie Smith from Savannah Music Chit Chat to report on everything that's happening. Merry Christmas. How are y'all doing?
Oh, Merry Christmas to you
Excellent.
also.
We're excited. Oh, it's going to be a big night. Beautiful music. You got an elf with you.
So basically, this place was infested with elves. I caught this one spreading joy and cheer in the green room. Here is Mrs. Claus, wife of the jolly old elf himself. Roy and Dan are two mischievous elves. And what the deja elf is this? Time for those few last-minute checks. Keith Gray kicked off the show, welcoming the crowd. Then some curtain time, and we're off with a bang and some island harmony. I am a huge fan of the lute music of Paul Odette and was excited to hear Carver Blanchard playing a lute made right here in Savannah. The Sassy Cats really brought the fun with their performance of Salty the Sandman.
Salty the Sandman was created at the pier with tidings all
These tidings are brought to you by Tom Cooler. He is the gentleman who invited me to the show, and who I specifically went to see in this show. I began craving a pina colada after hearing this rendition of Ho 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 and a Bottle of Rum from Jimmy Buffett's Christmas Island album.
Jamaican vacation, he's playing steel drums. Whoa, 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 and
Part of the terms and conditions of my contract require that I tell you this or be fired. By far my favorite event of the holiday season was FAQ performing at Victory North. What a show! I had an overwhelming feeling that I was watching the most exclusive rock and roll performance in Savannah. I'm a VIP, baby!
I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
Just look at Kyle Smith on these drums. And don't forget Sweet Daddy himself, Charlie Smith.
Now I'm singing all my songs to the girl who won my heart. She's only 3 years old. She's a real fine way to start. Oh yeah. I sure is fine. I blew my mind. Oh, by the watch here.
And I'll wrap it all up with a bow in this special adventure for Charlie and I as we tagged along with the Isle of Hope Volunteer Fire Department annual Santa Parade. Our good friend Jim McLean donned his warmest Santa Claus coat and gave his jolliest performance as Kris Kringle to date. Throughout the island neighborhoods he rode, sorting out the nice from the naughty. Bluff Drive was beautifully decked out with refined displays of holiday mirth. Just beautiful. Kids across the island met Santa on his route, and it was precious. Some kids even sobbed when he rode away into the night, singing his best rock and roll Christmas song.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bell ring. Dancing and prancing in the frosty air.
And now we are blasting off into a new year with new music and new friends. I want to thank all of our guests who launched us off in 2022. And thank you for watching the show. Happy New Year, friend.
Raymond,
But
is something wrong with Eddie?
I think he's a nut.
I think he's shot out. He's shot out in a good way, man. But I'm thinking squirrel nuts myself, man.
He got a big
Okay,
heart,
time
though.
of
It's
day.
all good.
Anyway, I love working with that man. Eddie, you do an awesome job for this show, brother. Nothing but love for you, bro. And Raymond, it has been such a pleasure to be with you, man. For you to hang out and talk to us. Will you come back on this show?
Oh, man, I'd love to. It'd be cool.
That'd be awesome, dude. How about going out with a little tune from High Velocity? Raymond, thank you, brother.
Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate
got
you
it, bro.
guys. And hey, man, y'all support this and local music. You don't have people doing these kind of things, man. You sitting there and all you got's Facebook, and that's it.
Been run down. I've been lied to. I don't know why, but that bad mean woman made me a fool. Took all my money, wrecks my new car. Now she's with one of my good time buddies. Been drinking in some crosstown bar. Sometimes I'll be tripped down the field like I've been tied to the whipping post, tied to the whipping post, tied to the whipping post. Oh Lord, I feel like I'm dying. drown myself in sorrow. Look at what you've done. Nothing seemed to change. The bad times are the same. Now I know wrong. Sometimes I feel. Sometimes I feel like I've been tied to the whipping pole. Tied to the whipping pole. Tied to the whipping pole. Oh Lord, I feel like I'm dying. Sometimes I feel. Sometimes I feel like I've been tied to the whipping pole. Tied to the whipping pole. Tied to the whipping pole. Oh Lord, I feel like I'm dying. Thank you so much.